Hi, my name is Kyle Hathaway. I'm here on behalf of Newport Window Restoration. One of the privileges for working for a company like that in this particular field is that it gets to bring us to places like Hearthside, where we've started to slowly put the window system back together. These round windows that have been that are right behind me, and there's two up in the attic. Those were particularly tricky, based on the fact that the wood, when wood wants to move, wood will move, and if it wants to bend metal, it'll bend metal. And in these cases, with these round windows, these glazing bars are made out of lead, which would have allowed, obviously, these more intricate figures, and these lights being the way they are. This window isn't just round in this shape, but it's also convex, I believe is the term. So yeah, it protrudes out from this opening about 6 inches. So maintaining that shape was the tricky part for these particular windows. Basically, our process at the shop is we bring windows back, we put them in a steam box. They sit in the steam box, which will loosen up all the glazing and all the paint. It cuts down on dust, which is a huge issue. Lead dust would be a hazard. So basically, we take all the old paint and all the old glazing off, and we start from fresh. But what that oftentimes does is it causes the wood to move. If wood has been under tension and wants to spring in any way, it will. Oftentimes it's not too disastrous. In the case of these windows, what I think had happened more or less was that over time the window had changed shape, the wooden frame around the window, and obviously that's going to slowly cause the lead to separate from the wood. So we steamed the window, we started to put the glass back in, and all the while we're trying to maintain the shape as much as we can. But as we start putting the glass back, none of it's fitting. So basically the process at that point was just to go back and do what they would have done back in the old days, which is why they probably used lead, just because it's so soft and malleable. So Dennis back at the shop, we clamped the window onto the bench and then slowly started to work the lead back into place. Basically the end result was to get the window back to what we believed our best guess would be to its original shape and size. So then you bring back the window, and we cross our fingers and we go to put it into the opening. And in this case, this window, the window in the attic, that shape, whether it was the frame or the shape of the window, was no longer the same. So that's where the extra work, where you have to shave, especially if it's a square window. Shaving is something isn't as difficult as when you're working on a radius window. So these little things, it's kind of like the puzzle of each window. Each window has a little puzzle, and you got to figure it out. Some of them are easy, some of them are difficult. I haven't come across any that have been impossible. And it's all about the end result. And as far as I'm concerned, these windows here are beautiful. So, thanks.